Right, let's do some analysis on this now. Energy expert Kojo Poko is joining us on Skype from New Jersey. It's pretty cold there, I assume.
Yes. How are you? Pretty cold. I can't wait to come back.
I know. We're here waiting with sunlight 24 hours. Now, let's look at this dispute between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. It has been lingering on for a while. I mean, as an expert, you know the arguments both sides are making. Quickly run us through the key issues that is causing the disagreements between these two countries.
Okay. If you look at us, as you showed earlier during your program, if you look at the map, it look like if the way where Ghana ends and where the Jubilee Field 10 the Cosmos partners are drilling seems a bit into beneath Ivory Coast. But maritime boundaries does not necessarily form part or does not end where land boundaries end. Sometimes geographical boundaries and maritime boundaries are a bit different. So the Ivorians, out of nowhere, came up with the realization that all the exploration work that the Ghana companies have been those Cape 3 Point area is in their waters, which is a bit unfortunate because Ghana has been doing exploration in that area as far back as the 80s. You know, there was a company called Hunt Oil, there was a company called Dana Oil. They all did exploration work in those waters. And you see, these exploration work is done by big vessels. So the Ivorian Navy would have stopped the Ghana companies if those waters were Ivorian waters. But all the time that the exploration work, be it seismic, be it drilling, and all the work that has gone on the waters, they never opposed it. Now that they realize that Ghana has found oil in commercial quantities in those areas, they want a piece of the action. So that's why they've now come in to say that, look, it is in their waters, looking at the way their maritime is delineated.
Now, in a short while, in 2 weeks or less, both countries will be making arguments at the court. So what will the representatives of these two countries be seeking to achieve with their oral arguments?
Okay, even in our own land laws in our country, if you have a land and somebody starts to develop the land and you don't say anything and a person built on that land, if you go to court, the court will tell you that a third party interest has arisen. So you cannot ask that person to demolish. You, the landowner, the court might say that you might have to get some compensation. The Ivorians have waited for third-party interest to accrue. We have spent hundreds of millions of dollars in doing these fields. Most of our fields, the 10 fields, the Jubilee fields, are all in this area which the Ivorians are disputing. And I think the justices will take into account how much money and the investment that has gone into it. The fact that we've been developing these fields as far back as 1980, and they have seen that our vessels are always in those waters working. So as the legal balance goes, a third-party interest has accrued. We've spent money there, so I honestly don't think that the justices are going to say that, look, we should just pack our bags and go. The best legal brains in the industry are there trying to make the argument for Ghana, and they would argue that point that, look, they watched us, they saw us, and they realized that we've done all this work over the years, since the 80s, and they never said anything. So why now?
I know that I do not want to prejudice the case by talking too much about the detailed, substantive matter, but the two countries both stand the chance of winning or losing. So let's say if Ghana goes after the oral presentation and we lose, what will be the implication?
Well, the implication will be that we might have to go into a sharing agreement with Ivory Coast. In maybe the ruling of the court will be that whatever that is being developed, maybe present development, Ghana can keep, but maybe future development, we might have to go into a sharing agreement with them. I really don't see that happening, but as you're saying, if we are to look at the worst possible scenario in the case where the court rules for them, I would think that the ongoing production, because remember when they first went to the injunction stage, the court refused to grant an injunction and said that there shouldn't be further development, but what they should do is to basically keep what is status quo. So the 10 projects went ahead and the Jubilee partners were doing the Jubilee field. So those ones I think will not be affected. If there's going to be any loss to Ghana, it will probably be for future development if that is to happen. But I really don't see the court ruling that we should start sharing our oil revenues on the existing, because bear in mind, we've already borrowed money and done those developments, and they did not contribute. So I really don't think that they're going to rule that we should pay back or start sharing our oil revenue with Ivory Coast. Maybe the worst scenario I can see would be that going forward, if we have to do further development, we might have to do a cooperation with them.
Right, Mr. Kojo-Poku, thank you very much. And we wish you an enjoyable stay in New Jersey. Which part of New Jersey are you?
I'm in Sarahville.
All right, then.